Hello, happy Monday. It's your afternoon girlfriend Yvonne Daniels, and we are, man, in store for a great social stream live today. We've got Pit and Balcony. We've got the director of a great new show that they've got coming. This is their 92nd season, Disasters and Desires. So I want you to help me bring to the I should say the stage, the computer, the camera, all of that. We've got Amy Spatafor and we've got Todd Thomas. Hello, how are you?
How you run?
Very good.
Good. How are you?
Good. Wonderful. So excited because we're always happy to talk to you and Pit and Balcony. We know you guys have some great local theater for all of us to enjoy. And we've got another great show. Of course, Mother's Day is coming up this weekend. So just in time, another wonderful show, Wild Party. All right. So, and as the title kind of alludes to, this may be for, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Is this for more mature audience, possibly? Yeah.
I would say if you're going to bring your mom, make sure that you're grown and so is she.
Okay. There you go. That works. All right. So, first, let me get this out of the way, too. I was asking Todd as well. So the 92nd season, is that 92 years or do the seasons break down? How long is that for it to be your 92nd season?
So it's 92 years. We don't perform in a calendar year. We're more like the school year, right? September to June, basically.
Right.
But yeah, we started in 1932. So
wow.
Yep.
Man, still going strong. All right, so we got to know about this Wild Party. I was reading about it and I was like, okay, this sounds like it's going to take you on a wild ride. So tell me a little bit about Wild Party and what folks can expect from this amazing performance this weekend.
So Wild Party is, it's based on a poem by the same name. And it was written at a time in the 20s that the concern was the overcommitment to personal pleasure, right? So a lot of during that time frame, of course, there were a lot of drugs. It was prohibition. There was a lot of behind the scenes party. There was a lot of vaudeville. I mean, it was all very much kind of a wild time. And in our story, we have a couple of people who are vaudeville performers that like physical, active, they're sort of icons of their time, but they get bored with each other. And as a result, they decide that what they really need for their relationship is a party. And of course, the purpose of one of them is that this party will show the other one that he really, they should reignite the relationship. And then a lot of people show up. And it is, I think, safely defined as a wild party. There is a lot of activity. There's there's a lot of decadence, I guess is the word, that leads us to an end that really is not exactly a happily ever after kind of ending. But it does cause you to, sort of stop and think about human nature and what appeals to us, right? And the consequences of some of our decisions.
Wow. So basically, just by hearing that, I'm like, there's nothing new under the sun. People get bored. They're like, okay, this is what we need to do. Let's zhuzh it up a little bit. And then you get into the overindulgence. So it sounds like a wild party. It sounds like a lot of fun that we're going to have, but we're going to learn something too. We're going to learn about consequences. So, hey, I'm for the full gamut.
Yeah, I have described the show a couple of times that one of the things that interested me about directing it is it has awesome music, has some great dance. We had wonderful music directors, choreographer, doing this. Everything about a musical that you love is part of this. but it's also a very dark story. So it's a really interesting artistic experience, I think, to come and attend. I would just tell the audience, be ready for a pretty extreme kind of a show. I mean, that's the point.
Okay. And I did see here that it says that it's got some of the most exciting pulse racing scores ever written. So, I mean, when you've got great scores, great music, all encompass, exciting. But I'm glad that you're putting it out there. Just get ready, because
Yep.
it's going to be a lot going on here. So,
Exactly.
I think on the music, Yvonne, the cool thing about this is that it's not a play or a musical that was written in the 20s, right? It was written in the early 2000s, I think,
Yep.
right, Todd?
Correct.
okay.
And so the music is, you can hear the jazz, but our band has an electric guitar and a bass guitar. So there's rock also. So it's a real kind of interesting mix. And the show is, I mean, there are 36 songs in the show, which
Wow.
There's a lot of music.
Okay.
And all the story is told through the music, and it's really kind of a unique musical in that way. And the other thing that I find really unique and really impressive that I really hope our audiences kind of notice, pretty much the entire cast, once we get to the party, the entire cast is on stage the entire time.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
they're dancing, they're singing, they're acting, they're doing this show, and there's no breaks.
Wow.
The talent that we have in this community and in this show is incredible. And, they're led by a great team with Todd and Megan Krause-Meyer as the choreographer and Ryan Sequin as the music director. They're led by an incredible team, but really this cast of volunteers really shows you kind of the commitment that they've made to their art, and it's incredible to see.
So a couple of things. So you talk about the band. So am I hearing that you're gonna have a live band there playing?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. All of Pitt and Buckley's musicals feature a live band. Now, they're not on stage. Sometimes they are, but for this one, they're not on stage. They're playing backstage, but it's all live music. Yep.
Oh my goodness. That took me to because when you got live music, oh, this is going to be awesome. I haven't even seen it, and I know this is going to be awesome. Okay, so people can come out and watch them. Actually, it's the 10th, so this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes.
Yes.
And then also the other dates is it the 17th, 18th, and 19th as well?
Yep. This weekend and next week.
Okay. All right. Oh, we got it scrolling right here. Okay. Wonderful.
Yep.
All right. So folks where can they get their tickets?
Pittandbalconytheater.com. There it is. Okay. Our box office is also open currently and through Thursday until 5 o'clock on Thursday, and then an hour before the shows. So that number is 989-754-6587. And they will be ready and waiting for your call.
Yeah, for sure. So folks need to get their tickets because this could sell out.
Yes.
And even though they have all these shows, but still, this is awesome. Bring mom out, prepare mom for
right.
exciting evening for sure.
You might want to promise mom a mimosa either before or after, but it would still be a great show to bring mom to. We were laughing. Right. I'm sorry, Yvonne. We were laughing at the fact that you could bring mom to this show and say, "You know how bad you think I am? I'm not that.
I could have done this."
So, a little positive comparison.
That's fabulous. You said something too, which is one of the reasons I love Pitt and Balcony. You talked about the volunteers and all of the talent that we have in the community. So these are folks, you are liable to go there and say, "Is that Sally? Look at Sally doing her thing."
That's because right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's right. We had people show earlier this season. Somebody came to see one person in the show, and then saw their coworker in the cast and had no idea that their coworker was doing this at all, let alone as good as she was. So they said, "Wow, this is crazy." So you might just see your dentist or your lawyer or your kid's teacher on stage.
That is awesome. So speaking to that, anyone that has ever, thought, you know what, I'd like to do that. How could someone get involved in being one of the actors or actors in one of your many great performances?
Sure. So we have volunteer opportunities on stage, obviously. We also have volunteer opportunities off stage.
Okay.
So if acting isn't your thing or singing, dancing isn't your thing, then we always need people backstage. We need help with costumes. We need help with lights and sound and props. And so there's a whole world of things that you can do to help. But the best way to get involved is all of our auditions are open to the community. So we don't do any kind of pre-casting of any kind. We, everyone can come out for every role. And all of that information is on our website. It gets posted a month before the auditions, and then gets shared on Facebook. And then there's also a Get Involved tab on our website that has a volunteer form where you can indicate whether you're interested in doing front of house volunteering or backstage volunteering. Front of house would be like ushering, concessions, that kind of stuff. Or if you're interested in committee work or the board of directors, actually. So you can run a whole, you can run all over Pet and Balcony and do a number of different things.
Yep.
It's a fun and exciting way to serve the community. And I see that you all are a proud member of the American Association of Community Theater. So yes. So this is just absolutely wonderful. Wild Party, once again, come check it out this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then also on May 17th, 18th, and 19th, Pit and Balcony. This is for a mature audience. All right. So you might have to get a babysitter. All right. But it'll be well worth it. And be prepared. This is going to be absolutely awesome. The live music, the great cast. And so thank you all so much for continuing to do what you do. You've done it for 92 seasons. Here's to 92 more.
Yes.
Man, Wild Party. Check it out. Did we miss anything? Anything else you all want to add? Because I'm getting excited just from the live music. So
I would only say, Yvonne, that one thing that I've always admired Amy's role as managing director and the work that she does is that when you volunteer at Pit and Balcony, you're part of a community. And so this show, for example, the very first thing I said, the very first time that people auditioned was, this is a hard show. Don't think this is not a hard show. Yet we have maybe 3 people in the show that this is either their first or second show. They, sometimes people don't audition because they think they have to be great. But we have a lot of great people on stage, and they coach and they mentor and they help you. And becoming part of that community is really what it's about. So I would suggest that if people, if you want to give it a shot, don't be afraid of it. Everybody supports everybody else, and it really is a great experience.
That's awesome. And I've heard of some major actors and actresses that said they started out in their local community theaters. So
I can't believe we forgot this. Actually.
I know, right? Oh my
God. This show premiered off Broadway, and one of the main characters, Burrs, was played by Brian Darcy James, who is a Nouvelle Catholic Central graduate, and was in Pit and Balcony's production of Annie back in 1984. So he's an incredible supporter of community theater in general, but of Pit and Balcony. He comes back to Saginaw often. And he's been following us on Instagram. So, maybe we'll get him in the audience one of these 6 nights. But yeah, he actually just got nominated for a Tony Award. So, and he has multiple Tonys already. So we're doing this show that role was originated by a Tony Award winning Saginawиan.
Yep, Saginawi. I like that. I've never heard that, Saginawian. I like that. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. And the one last thing I did want to leave out too, that this is local community theater. You all have volunteers, but you also need donors, because that helps to keep everything going as well. Yeah. So if people want to donate, let them know how.
Yeah, well, we've got spots on our website. Also, we have the support tab will tell you how to donate. There are lots of benefits for donors. We also have a sustaining donor program, which makes it a little bit easier for people to give on a monthly basis. And actually, if you donate on a monthly basis, you get a little bit of a break on your annual donation. And so, all of that information is, of course, on our website. We also have Venmo and PayPal, if that's easier than, sending a check or coming into the theater. But yeah, we're accepting donations for our 93rd season now. So we're getting ready to get that started in September. And so, yeah, I mean, great, Yvonne. And also we need board members. So you want to join? That's the kind of that's the kind of energy we got on our board.
I'm also the program director for a radio station. So, music is in my bones. I love you said live music. And I'm also a trained dancer. So I don't know. I may have to take you
to audition.
Oh, Yvonne, you have just put yourself on the target. Your name is now on the list.
Well, I tell you what, excited, just so thankful for all the work that you all are doing. Really excited about this new show, Wild Party. Make sure you come out, check them out. All the details right here scrolling by. And also, if you missed any of this, this is also on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch the entire thing again. Continue to support Pit and Balcony. You all continue to do the great work that you're doing. Amy Spatafor, Todd Thomas. Thank you so much. And once again, here's 92. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne.